time Ronnie O'Sullivan plays at the Betfair World Snooker Championship, there's a heightened sense of expectation, and the Rocket is in action this evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Crucible Theatre as the last 16 is completed this evening. Ricky Walden and Rob Milkins play to a finish, with Walden in a commanding position, 10-6 ahead. Of course, we're going to be concentrating on the defending champion, Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9-7 up on Ali Carter, who drew level at 7-7 yesterday, before O'Sullivan won the closing two frames pretty well, actually, considering the pressure he was under. And the winner of our match tonight will play Stuart Bingham in the quarterfinals, Bingham having come through 13-10 this afternoon against Mark Davis. Ali Carter has got a mountain to climb in terms of so many statistics. Ronnie O'Sullivan's percentage of match wins at the Crucible is superior, so too his frames, but they've both made 147s here. Mind you, O'Sullivan has made well over 100 centuries just at this one venue. Carter lagging behind in that regard. But I personally think that for the first time in 13 professional meetings between these two, Carter could still get the verdict. Do not discount O'Sullivan being eliminated here this evening. Joining me, Alan McManus, and I think tonight perhaps the tournament takes off.
Yeah, massive frame tonight. Be a packed capacity crowd.
We'll be back after this break as the announcements will be made.
It's warming up nicely in a new season on clay. And if they're to find their feet on the road to Roland Garros, they better be knocking it about big time. Thursday at 1700, the Portugal Open, live from Estoril on Eurosport.
Is our champion. Well, for a manager, it's very few emotions. He suddenly wakes up to the fact of exactly what he has achieved.
This was the plan. Look at that! Perfectly delivered, and he's just said goodbye to everybody.
Magnificent ride, brilliant win.
The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He has to be mentally strong himself, as you say, which he is normally.
And they have won the UEFA Under-17 European Championship. Yes, he can. Fizzed in again, and that is the opening goal, this time for Germany.
Outstanding action. Extreme emotion. That's May on Eurosport. The Giro, the first Grand Tour of the season. Staged against a stunning backdrop. Week 1 is sprinter friendly, and the usual suspects will wind up the work. But the peloton's bound to be nervy as the fireworks of the time trial really set the race alight. It's time to fight for pink. Saturday at 1400, the Giro d'Italia Stage 1, live on Eurosport.
A pensive Robert Milkins looking at the draw, seeing how the first 11 days of this championship have panned out. It's been full of surprises. Will we see some more this evening?
What a night in prospect here at the Crucible. We are absolutely rocking with anticipation. Just 2 places left up for grabs in the Betfair World Snooker Championship quarterfinals. Please welcome, first of all, a player whose honesty and determination this week has endeared him to the crowds. He's closer to the world's top 16 than he's ever been before. Beating Neil Robertson in the first round, he took 3 massive frames when he trailed 9-3 last night. This is the biggest session of snooker in his career so far. He likes a cider, but we call him the milkman, Robert Milkins.
Well, the milkman, the gold top tonight. Coming back from 10-6 down is certainly not impossible. We've seen 11-5 deficits overturned in these best of 25 frame matches.
And his opponent, a player who won his 2nd ranking event in China at the start of this season. He always travels with noisy support. Closing in on his first Crucible quarter-final, a sometimes underrated player among the game's elite, but perhaps not after this tournament. From Chester, Ricky Walden.
Michael White and Stuart Bingham
in mind there, but it appears he's gotten away with it. Played into the back of the cluster, obviously. Now, is Ali Carter going to take the opportunity to open the pack up here? Yep, just playing off the loose one. Still similar shot though. Somewhere in behind the blue will be his target.
Target found.
I think there is a buzz of expectation this evening, Phil, isn't there, with the crowd? I think they sense that something.
There is, and there's always that X factor when Ronnie O'Sullivan's playing. You never know just what to expect, and that's been the case pretty much throughout his career. Good, bad or indifferent. Of course he's best, he's better than anyone else's. But you always wonder whether something might trip him up. More often than not, certainly in the past, it's been himself.
Yeah, I just feel like they're almost jockeying for position this early, isn't it? You know, trying to keep the pack tight, as Ronnie has done again. Maybe just anxious, both players, to get their hand on the table, just get a feel for the atmosphere. As I say, just biding their time almost.
Success rate from distance for O'Sullivan is one of the reasons why Carter's so close. He's not been knocking them in from range.
Just pushing the reds into the open. He always fancied himself getting nice in behind the yellow. I think Ali can get the outside edge of the pack of reds there to the right. Such a pivotal frame, isn't it, this one, Phil? You know, it's going to be a 1 frame or a 3 frame lead, and coming towards the end of the match, every
Well, in this tactical exchange, no weakness yet. There is now.
Foul and a miss. Ali Carter 5.
Well, Carter could have the cue ball replaced because foul and a miss was called. He could make O'Sullivan play from where the white has come to rest. The one thing we knew he wasn't going to do was play the shot himself.
I think that mark was
yeah, he did have a decision to make. don't expect Ronnie to make the same mistake again. Expect him to catch this red thin second time round.
To me? To you?
Doesn't make a huge difference, obviously.
Okay,
He's going to be playing the same shot again.
Thank you.
It's a ripple of applause for that good safety for Ali Carter, I think, but this is a decent opportunity for Ronnie O'Sullivan to get the white somewhere in behind.
Because Robin Milkins very quickly, with the aid of a 70-plus break, has taken the first frame of the evening from Ricky Walden. Walden's lead trimmed to 10-7. Welcome back to the Crucible in my from both players. The superior end game, though, belonged to O'Sullivan. 10-7 ahead, 3 away from the quarter-finals.
Yeah, he didn't play the pot there, Ronnie. That was quite deliberate, playing it thin. Nice little bonus. Big green, wasn't it? As I said there, if he'd played the pot, he would have definitely cannoned the red and the black cushion. Ali Carter's thinking, what am I up against with this guy?
Well, after losing to him 12 times before, I think he knows.
Foul. The miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Yep.
Yeah,
Ali? Yep, Ronnie.
what he doesn't want to do, Ali Carter, is get frustrated. You know, that last frame, there's nothing he can do about that. Okay, he had 1 or 2 chances in the frame, but didn't do a lot wrong. It was absolute genius from O'Sullivan in the end, that long double. An element of luck attached to it, but he did play it, as I say. So, but I'm sure Ali Carter will settle himself down. He's still well in this match.
Yes, with Carter, it should be all about belief. He's won 3 world ranking titles. He's been a top player for a number of years now, and he's certainly capable of beating O'Sullivan. Even from 3 adrift.
Is he going to be tempted to take the pot on here? No obvious return back to bulk. May decide that attack is the best.
62. $63.
After what occurred around 10 minutes ago, this has been an exceptional break.
Couldn't agree more, Phil. This has been top quality stuff.
70.
And let's not forget, Ali Carter's a great champion in his own right. You know, won the German Masters earlier in the season.
71.
We know all about his final appearances here at the Crucible. That opening red for me has been shot of the championship so far. Under the circumstances, and here it is again.
79.
Over on the other table, the prevailing emotion of Ricky Walden is one of relief. He's restored a 3-frame gap against Rob Milkins at 11-8.
Thanks. 86 and a frame.
Ali Carter a little irritated not to make a century break.
Not the best kiss he's ever had. on the blue there. Now how's he feeling about taking this brown on? No, he's turning it down, deciding to keep the pressure on.
Ali Carter 1.
So hard to get back into a match, and then all of a sudden, bump, bump, bump. 5 minutes later,
40.
all of that work counts for nothing.
$41.
saved by a red to middle.
48.
And the angle to screw back was a real...
$56. 57.
He's not missed many... Closing stages of the first session.
I think that's a good assessment, Phil.
65.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Ronnie O'Sullivan play so consistently. He's missing so few balls. You know, I think he's always prone to miss the odd one. More because he maybe just takes his eye off it. But he's been very, very solid, as you say.
67. 68.
Well, I think 12 months of competitive inactivity obviously has its negative points, but I think in terms of O'Sullivan, it's wiped the mental slate clean. Healed a few scars.
74. 75.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it was an easy starter that he was left, but this has been absolute poetry.
81.
I said
82.
earlier in the frame about the mental battle when you play O'Sullivan. It's just an example of it. I mean, Ali Carter played his best frame of the championships, the last frame. You make one half mistake, and 4 or 5 minutes later, he's on a break of 88.
88.
It's going to open up a 3-frame gap.
And now the only imponderable, will he go on to make his 3rd century of the match? The answer's there. What a pity, no. But Ronnie O'Sullivan will be delighted. Doesn't look like it, but inside he will be very happy to have restored a 3-frame gap. Ali Carter's giving it everything, but he's 11-8 down.
Aspire Academy, a new realm of sport empowerment, where talented youth is nurtured, where pursuit of dreams is spurred, where dedication and passion are rewarded, where human potential is maximized, where champions are developed. Aspire Academy, where sports is a way of life.
One more frame to go before the mid-session interval here. O'Sullivan has just popped out very, very quickly.
Frame 19. Ali Carter to break.
Jan Verhaas has made a mistake there. Frame 19, it's frame 20, Jan. But it is Carter to break, that's the main thing.
Am I right in saying, Phil, the match on the other table, was it the last session Rob Milkins broke 3 frames in a row?
Well, that's what we're led to believe.
Very unusual.
I think these things happen in a Welsh Open match.
1. Yellow.
Yeah, that was better. Better long one. Long game from Ronnie. Right in the heart of the pocket. Just lost the cue ball a fraction.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1. And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Such a big frame, this. 11-9, it's doable for Carter. Players have come back from 12-8 down in these best of 25s. I remember Sean Murphy going back from 12-7 down to deny Matthew Stevens 13-12. But 12-8 down against Ronnie O'Sullivan. 4 behind, 5 to play. Not recommended.
That's another clever safety Ronnie O'Sullivan's played. Just illustrates again. He's got such a good snooker brain. Half ball deliberately into the pack to just release a few reds, and the white within an inch of the baulk cushion.
Oh, and this time for Carter, a red with an inch of the pocket, the same pocket he left the opening red to in the previous frame, and we know what happened there. O'Sullivan capitalised with 88.
Now, will he risk playing for the black here? Doesn't have a lot of room, obviously would have to land on the low side of the black. I don't think the pink's on to right middle. So as I say, playing for the black would be risky, but it's not easy to play up for a baulk colour either, so he may in fact play this cushion first. Yeah, as I said, it was just so difficult that to control the white. Probably cushion first, just a touch a right hand side just to kill the cue ball. May have been a better option.
You want a long spider? Yeah.
And now here it's a matter of reach. Left himself in one of the most awkward places imaginable.
Yeah.
Referee Jan Bahas asking O'Sullivan what kind of spider he needs, and it's the extended spider.
You see, this is what I like about O'Sullivan. He's got, you know, what we call a nothing shot here. He's just going to rest the white in the back cushion, but he's down and he's concerned what he's going to leave for Ali Carter. That's what I like about his attitude. Similar to last year at the World Championships. Thinking about everything, and even second guessing himself at times. That's a good sign.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He realised playing that he might well hand over the tactical initiative to his opponent, but really playing anything too expansive was simply too risky. And this was the self-made trouble. Alan flagged it. He said it was difficult to get position, and so it proved.
Risky from Ali Carter there, trying to obviously hide in behind the brown. Now, this doesn't appear to be straight, this red, and if he knocks it in, he's got a decent chance of landing in black or pink. All about the pot, of course.
And now what a pressure ball coming up. Equal to the task.
Yeah, that's absolute genius, it really is.
8.
The red was difficult enough, the black was extremely tricky. Made to
9.
look so simple.
Now, before O'Sullivan gets off and running, I can tell you that Rob Milkins has pulled another frame back against Ricky Walden. They've gone to their interval. It's now Walden 11, Milkins 9.
16.
It was a fight on the last red.
17.
Milkins won the fight and cleared up. So from 9-3 down, he's won 6 of the next 8 frames.
$24. 25.
I think one of the keys for success for O'Sullivan has always been when he's interested. He was interested because it was a challenge. Having not played for a year, this also represents a challenge for him.
$39. 40.
Yeah, I mean, for all the time Ronnie's had the rest of us, you know, the rest of us do. And why not when you can play like this?
50.
Almost in the blink of an eye again. The frame looks to be sewn up.
51.
You know, Alan, I was talking about he's chasing a 15th Crucible quarter-final. On that mark at the moment, 2 gentlemen by the name of Jimmy White and Steve
58.
Davis. Only Stephen Hendry
59.
has had more. 19 Crucible quarter-finals.
Yeah, to be fair to Stephen Hendry, the tournament didn't really start until the quarters for him most times. Quite incredible statistic.
66. 67.
Well, this frame is in the bag. Is the match?
74.
Maybe.
75.
Just on the subject of O'Sullivan's centuries at the Crucible, I know he's made something like 121 or 122 Crucible centuries. It's almost, for every 6 frames he wins here, one of them is with a century.
82.
Quite amazing.
83.
You know, with all of the shocks of last week, we wondered
90.
about the name recognisability of the quarter-final lineup.
91.
Suddenly, with Ding coming through today, O'Sullivan on the verge. Tremp and Murphy there.
97.
Ranking event winners like
99.
Bingham and Hawkins as well. It's an intriguing lineup. But we shouldn't discount Ali Carter. It might sound preposterous, but
102.
a comeback from 4 down with 5 to play. Anywhere else I would discount it. But here at the Crucible, strange things happen. I think the most strange thing at the moment would be if O'Sullivan missed one.
Yeah, you made the point earlier, Phil, about how consistent he's been when he's been in close.
106.
106 points of pure magic. Ronnie O'Sullivan turning on the style. Ali Carter remaining in his chair, but he must go to a mid-session interval. And he does so, trailing 12-4.
Aspire Academy, a new realm of sport empowerment, where talented youth is nurtured, where pursuit of dreams is spurred, where dedication and passion are rewarded, where human potential is maximized, where champions are developed. Aspire Academy, where sports is a way of life.
Holidays?
No.
Business?
No.
Friends?
No.
Why are you so far away from home?
I have no idea.
You have a dream, and you have the passion. You want to go beyond what everybody else says is possible. Imagine you riding alongside a legend. This is your chance. Conquer the road.
Follow the score of your favorite team live and find the latest results and features with Eurosport's live score.
Get Eurosport.com for your iPhone free. Every day sees full and expert coverage of sports news with dozens of articles and an easy one-stop video section that lets you live and relive the very best moments of sport. Follow all the scores, fixtures and tables live. Eurosport.com, the reference and sport apps available on the App Store.
What a mini session of snooker we've just seen. I was so excited before the break, I gave you the wrong score. I meant to say that Carter trailed by 4 frames. Not 12-4, it's 12-8. O'Sullivan is on the verge. He's been exceptional. Now, this is the main course this evening. There was a very good appetizer this afternoon between China's Ding Junhui and England's Mark King. Ding was a red-hot favourite before the start, but King fought very hard indeed.
13 points in it in favour of Ding. 1 red, so 35 points available.
Well, same scenario there. Without the kiss on the blue, that was a snooker.
close to victory, but he's not over the line yet. He's a fighter, Mark King, isn't he? He's a fighter. He'll battle to the end.
Well, this red should be behind the black. He's got it there. Played it with a lot of right-hand side on the cue ball. I don't think he's got the snooker, but he's got the safety. Caught it just a touch thick, but I don't think it's come far enough for the cut. Another couple of balls harder. He'd have had a chance at this red. Again, not quite a snooker, but still a good safety. I do believe he went for the pot there, but aired on the thin side just in case. Right away. I may need the rest, but you'd still fancy him to pot this red.
Good shot.
And and that's surely it.
Well, 20 ahead with only 25 on. He only needs this green, and he will surely get at least green and brown.
10.
And across for the brown. That was in fact frame and match ball. And that to make sure.
14.
And so Ding Junhui is going to go through to the quarterfinals. And he will play
19.
Barry Hawkins for a place in the semis. Mark King Ding Junhui has won a very well-fought battle between these two. Credit to Mark King for putting up such a great fight against the much higher-ranked player. But Ding has come through. He's beaten the Essex man here by 13 frames to 9. He takes his place in the quarter-finals. And as I said earlier, he will play Barry Hawkins in those quarter-finals for a place in the last 4.
In the heat of the crucible, the suffocating intensity of the silent struggle for world supremacy, with everyone scheming to steal the trophy from the mercurial Ronnie O'Sullivan. The World Snooker Championship, live from the Crucible, today at 1400 on Eurosport.
Is our champion. Well, for a manager, it's very few emotions. He suddenly wakes up to the fact of exactly what he has achieved.
This was the plan. Look at that! Perfectly delivered, and he's just said goodbye to everybody. Magnificent ride, brilliant win.
The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He has to be mentally strong himself, as you say, which he is normally.
And they have won the UEFA Under-17 European Championship. Yes, he can. Fizzed in again, and that is the opening goal, this time for Germany.
Outstanding action, extreme emotion. That's May on Eurosport. The Giro, the first Grand Tour of the season, staged against a stunning backdrop. Week 1 is sprinter friendly, and the usual suspects will wind up the work. But the peloton's bound to be nervy as the fireworks of the time trial really set the race alight. It's time to fight for pink. Saturday at 1400, the Giro d'Italia Stage 1, live on Eurosport.
No Monday blues here at the Crucible. There's a real buzz in the theatre this evening, and the major reason for that is Ronnie O'Sullivan, the title holder, looking like his old self. He's now 12-8 up on Ali Carter. That means in this best of 25 frame contest, he needs just one more, one of a possible 5 to play, to go into the quarterfinals to take on Stuart Bingham. Carter's fought hard, he's pressed hard, but every time he's got close to O'Sullivan, O'Sullivan has found the answer. Pod success rate through 20 frames, 91%, and under the pressure created at the greatest championship that snooker knows, that is a very impressive number. It's also been an interesting evening, not just because of Carter and O'Sullivan, but also because of Ricky Walden and Rob Milkins. Walden leading 11-9. Now this was the closing stages of the 20th frame. There was a lengthy safety bout on the last red. Milkins prevailed. The key to this frame, it would appear, positioned from brown to blue. And look at that. Judged it to perfection, not just on the blue, but leaving an angle as well. Alan McManus, he will be delighted with the way he's recovered in the match in general, and in tonight in particular.
Yeah, he's been magnificent, Rob Milkins, hasn't he? You know, he's had a mountain to climb in the last session and this evening. What a performance.
And if he does prevail, Rob Milkins, he will be the second player outside the top 16 to be through to the quarterfinals Joining there, of course, the Crucible debut boy, Michael White. It seems like an age since he qualified for the last 8, beating Dechawat Poomjang of Thailand by 13-3 with a session to spare before the weekend began. Well, I just wondered about the championship for a while, you know, whether it was going the right direction, but I think now we're right back on course, and the last week of the event should be something special.
Yeah, there's been upsets, Phil. There's been upsets aplenty, in fact, the first week, but not in the players' minds. The players all know the capabilities of each other, and it's not so much of a surprise. We've lost Selby, Robertson, Higgins, a lot of the top names, but it's now shaping up. Of course, the end of this evening, we'll know the quarter-finalists.
We always talk about Ronnie O'Sullivan's success here at the World Championship, but he's had tremendous success in many other tournaments as well, and if he were to win this one, it would be his 25th world ranking title, and that would mean he's only 3 behind Steve Davis, who's got 28 in second place. Stephen Hendry, top of that list, with 36 wins. O'Sullivan, champion here, originally in 2001, then again 2004, 2008, and of course last year. One thing he hasn't done at the Crucible is successfully defend the title. No one has since Stephen Hendry.
"17 long years. Incredible also that no one's won more than one ranking event this season. They've been shared evenly amongst most of the top players.
Superb. That's the kind of thing he has.
Yeah, the captain's going to have to sprout wings.
8.
And start flying. Just an uncharacteristic positional shot from the black there, giving himself this missable red. Well done. Retrieved the situation well.
And I think he'll have the support of a large section of the crowd because they want to see as much snooker as possible. When the snooker's like this, you can't get enough.
Yeah, you can see the smiling faces, can't you, there in the front couple of rows of the Crucible Theatre. They're absolutely loving this, as we are.
He's on colours, but he's ideally not on anything. Positional no man's land. Consequently, well recovered.
90.
I think he's just about come far enough where he won't have to use the rest, which would be a bonus. Not the tallest of players, Ali Carter.
But
he has won big matches before at the Crucible from was it 12-9 or so behind against Judd Trump a year or two ago?
This round, last year. And when you're in this kind of position, any negative
27
that's in the mind needs to be banished. Any kind of positive.
Against the Sullivan, as has been shown in the first 4 frames tonight.
Needed a good kiss, and I think that qualified. Just talking about last year, when he won from 12-9 down against Trump, Carter played the 4 very solid frames indeed. Breaks of 81, 32, 39, 53 and 47. And during the course of the closing 4 frames there, Trump aggregated only 56 points. Could Carter possibly repeat that?
Has to be careful here. He's thinking of playing a similar shot to the one Ali just played, but it looks like he'd be liable to kiss the red and the black cushion, so maybe he'll play an alternative. And it looks like he is. I think he might be trying to clip this one in. As long as he gets it thin, he'll be okay. Wasn't it? And a great pot, and he wants this tight in behind the brown.
Ronnie O'Sullivan
That's not going to be ideal. Okay, he's got the snooker, but obviously the red in the back cushion. Oh.
Too hard.
Yeah, he's disgusted with himself there, isn't he?
One.
Can't quite believe that. The touch of these top players, I should say the touch of you top players, talking to you, Alan, is so precise normally. That was so
me just an ounce too much. A full ball kiss in the brown would be handy, which he's got. This is perfect.
The kiss there we've just seen is the reason for the mileage of the cue ball. But O'Sullivan knows all about the Crucible. And whether it's the Crucible or the lowest key event imaginable, he doesn't want to be unduly detained.
That was well controlled
19.
because he had to get straight in this red, which he has done.
Someone said lovely. It was.
27.
It's almost a resigned look that Ali Carter has, but there's still plenty of work to do here. The blue puts him 7 in front. That's what Ronnie's just going over in his mind here.
Yes, one genuinely awkward red on the table, one semi-awkward red. And he'll need at least one of them.
33. 34.
Yeah, what will be in Ronnie's mind here is take 3 blacks with the 3 open reds. Would make the lead 31, therefore the awkward
41.
red in the left, a red and a blue would suffice.
42.
Maybe just play for this red in the middle. Easy to get back on the black that way. He's played high on it and he's just about made it, so he can get back on the black, I think. So as we said, a
50.
red and a blue.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. The tolerance for that was very small.
$58.
But he didn't want to kick there. He did not want to kick.
He's just given Ali Carter half of a lifeline, but in the blue goes.
Just looking at the scoreboard, Carter realises that if this red goes in, the game is up.
64.
And it's there. Ronnie O'Sullivan is going to be the first defending champion at the Betfair World Snooker Championship to reach the quarterfinals since
69.
Sean Murphy in 2006.
Yeah, that's amazing. But every credit to Ali Carter as well. He can be proud of himself. He's put up a stern fight against this man in top form. And why not have a laugh? The guy is so talented. As I say, Ali Carter has put up a good fight. It's not his year, but he'll be back.
Now in professional tournaments, these two have met on 13 occasions. O'Sullivan has won all 13, including 4 times here in Sheffield. Doesn't bother with the black. He seems impassive. He must be delighted. Ronnie O'Sullivan, the People's Champion, the defending champion, and the world champion, is through to the quarterfinals. He beats Ali Carter by 13 frames to 8.
As quiet as possible, please.
Wow, that was really special, wasn't it? Thoughts, Alan?
Well, just a wonderful performance from the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan. He came out this evening and continued in the vein that he finished the second session of the match. It was absolute genius, and I say, Ali Carter done very little wrong. He can hold his head high and be proud of himself.
And now the champion from Chigwell in Essex takes on the boy from Basildon in Essex.